This conference will now be recorded.
The session is getting recorded. No need to worry about anything. After the class, you all will get the recording file so that you can re-go through the recording as how many times you want to understand better. So during the class, please stay on mute so that you can avoid background noises and you will get every conversation understood clearly when I'm explaining, when I'm showing practically. And after the class, when you replay this recording again and again, you will get every best clarity on how this works. All right, everybody, done. So now let me go to the whiteboard. Yes. Now, first of all, I welcome you all. You are here to learn the module SDS. I teach this module 100% completely. But learning just SD, is it sufficient to compete in this current job market or to compete in this current work environment as an SD consultant? I say definitely not. Now, you should have the knowledge outside the box, that is beyond the module. You should be able to speak on the subject, right? So, how this works? So, when you worked in real SAP environment, you will get to know the real time. When you really worked in SAP environment, you will get to understand the live, right? So this training program covers not only just SD module, it covers real time exposure, live configuration, which is purely a project base. So what you get when you're learning with me, you're learning on a project base, on a real time environment, live configuration. Nobody do this. People teach on SAP defaults. So now the new era of SAP is on cloud. This is the latest update. People talk about ECC, people talk about S4HANA, but everything on cloud now. So whatever the database, everything SAP is presenting on cloud now. When you are setting up SAP on cloud, you will not get any system defaults. When you don't get the system defaults, you should know how to configure live. So you're going to understand the subject, learn the subject on a cloud environment. This is a new update of SAP and huge demand. That is the focus of 2025 upcoming in SAP environment. So I'm grooming all of my trainees on cloud environment. That is live customizing. Sir, how this works? You may think. See, think application got some fields. If these all fields are known to you when you click on the drop down, when you know the content, you can set up everything lively. That is manual configuration. So when you learn the subject manually configured complete SD module along with SD, some part of finance, That is, you learn how to configure the GL account in SAP. Some part of production planning, that is, you will learn how to configure the plant domain. Some part of materials management, that is, you learn the complete ATP setup. And I also made WM as a part of my training program. Here you learn how to set up the automation of stock recognition and pickup. So you are learning the complete SD module with other these modules extra focus, some 25% of finance, some 20% of production, some 35% of inventory, some 30% of warehouse, along with 100% of SD. When you learn, you will be strong in the knowledge of cross functionalities. So these are something updated job market requirements. So right from the day one, my first word is project, real time, live. People speak on these in the end. In the end of the training program, 1 week or 10 days, we'll have workshop kind of. No, that's wrong. Every day is a real time class, every day is a project class, every day is a live configuration. That is what you learn when you're learning with me. So let me introduce about myself. This is Vamshi. I'm working in SAP since 2004. Teaching trainees like you, it's been since 2006. Till now, more than 6,870 plus trainees undergone training personally, like you people who are in my contact list, other than the corporates and all. So you go to any company, you will find my trainees. You go to any country, you will find my trainees. Right? So when this many number of years I've been training in, when this many number of years people are coming from different platforms, some are just new, the pass out of academy, some are working in sales, some are working in some other technology, and they want to move to SAP. Some are already working in some other modules of SAP. Some are already SD consultants, they want to update, because whatever the knowledge I am delivering, it is up to date. Few consultants already working on SD, they don't know, they come to update. So different kind of people come from different backgrounds. So for me, everybody is a layman. I treat everybody as layman. Whatever knowledge you have, that is for your better understanding. The person who don't understand anything, he is my focus. సో ఒక వ్యక్తికి ఏమీ తెలియని వాడు వచ్చి నేర్చుకోవడానికి వచ్చినప్పుడు వానికి ఏ విధంగా చెప్పాలో ఆ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ నేను చెప్తే వచ్చిన వాడు ఇంకా బెటర్గా నేర్చుకుంటాడు. సో जो आदमी को कुछ भी नहीं मालूम, वो मेरा फोकस है. जिसको कुछ भी नहीं मालूम, उसको नज़र में रखते हुए अगर मैं पढ़ाया, जिसको थोड़ा बहुत मालूम है वो बेहतर सीख सकता. So why I'm speaking in multiple languages, you may think. I can speak fluently in Telugu, fluently in Hindi, fluently in English. So wherever it is needed, I step into local language and I'll explain. So nothing will be rushed up. The entire course goes approximately for 2.5 months to 3 months. Every day we do a live session. Every day is a real time. Every day is a project base. Fine, sir. You say it's a project based, real time, live. How it works? And you say all these other model extra skill set. How it works along with SD? I'm curious to know. Yes. Before you get a doubt, I myself raise it out for you. So it's a complete end to end SAP project cycle you will experience focusing the SD module. Today, SD module is in more demand. How come, sir? You may think. See, everything is on cloud now. When I say everything is on cloud, So think about your online shopping. Think about your online shopping. Think about your Amazon shopping. Which department will interact? Sales. Is finance department interacting with you? Is inventory department, that is materials management, interacting with you? Is warehouse management interacting with you? No. Sales module, sales department is the front end face of every company now. Likewise, in SAP, everything is based on sales. Everything is based on sales. According to sales, the accounting; according to sales, the inventory; according to sales, warehousing; according to sales, the production. So SD module is a central now, a centralized module which controls the complete interfaces in the company. So when you understand this as a project now, complete SD module along with this all, then you get the effect of cloud environment learning. When you learn on cloud environment, you understand the interfaces of this all as a cross functionalities, which is real time. And these all we're going to set up lively. Now your question should be, sir, how this live works? That should be your doubt. I'm there to help you out. Let me take a fresh page now. So I say project based, real time learning, live configuration. How this all works? See, whenever I start a batch, I've been working in SAP domain. It's been close to 20 plus years now. I've worked in many projects, still working. I'm taking the trainings before and after my work hours. So I am going to take one such company's project whenever I start a batch. For example, for my current running batch, I've taken, see it. I take very easily understandable companies. I'm not talking about Tarmac UK. How many of you know, sir, is there any company called Tarmac UK? So Tarmac UK is one of the biggest road development company in UK. I'm not saying Quest Diagnose. It's one of the Diagnose popular, like how we have Vijaya Diagnose in South, quite popular. Like that in USA, Quest Diagnose is one of the popular diagnose company which is SAP implemented. I'm not talking about such kind of unknown company. Say Seat, Nissan, okay, Parley. Like this, I'm going to take some such companies which are commonly known, which we speak in our day-to-day common life. So when you understand this, for example, for your batch, I'm going to take as Zara. Zara is into textiles, Seat is into automobile, Nissan is into automobile, Parley into FMCG. So when we was implementing SAP into Zara, what was the project requirement and how we understand that as a real time and how we set up that in SAP? That is what is the goal of the training program. I, as a trainer, play a client role for you, telling you the requirement. I, as a trainer, play a consultant role for you, making you understand the requirement according to SAP infra. I, as a trainer, play a end user role, showing you the output, that is execution. So we log into SAP cloud database, operate the SAP server for all live configuration done for Zara, focused SD point of view and other cross functionalities with FI, production planning, inventory, warehousing, so that you can see one full end-to-end sales cycle. SD is all about sales cycle, which is all about O2C. So what is the goal? Project base covers real time. live configuration on a cloud environment, that is layout configuration, which is something new you are learning, which is something you should know. Subject at the layout configuration level, when you know, you can meet any version expectation. Virtual system, web based, now cloud based. Virtual means it's like you're operating manually. Web based means your logical link. Cloud means completely on the, what to say, you don't see anything kind of, say for example, like Amazon, a complete web page with all interfaces and integrated. That is the cloud environment. You will not see any virtual server kind of. So for a consultant, customizing remains same. See, a layman point of explain, work from home, work from office. Is your job roles are getting changed? Only your travel time, that's all. So if I log into virtual system or web based or cloud based, my environment, which is given by the company, by SAP, as per the latest update, for an easy operating point of view, but for a consultant, the configuration remains same. So the cloud is nothing but a blank layouts. So you should know how to configure the layout. That means everything your own made, right? So when somebody want to learn SAP, they do some groundwork. You might have gone through YouTube, or you might have seen some videos, or you might have attended elsewhere. People teach on SAP defaults. So independent customizing without using anything of system defaults is the new update. So for Zara, you people are going to learn in such pattern. How this all works, you will see now. So let me get into SAP system now. So what I'm doing, it's not like playing a rosy, colorful PowerPoint presentation. It's not a demo. So when something is shown lively, then you will get every best clarity. So I'll show the server login and everything lively as we go. Now just understand what I want to do. For example, when you want to buy some car, or when you want to buy a mobile, or when you want to at least buy some clothing, what do? You go to a car company and you would like to have a test drive. All right. So by driving the car, you will feel the car, you will feel its performance, its comfort, its features, and its premium, what you say, outfit, etc., outlook, etc. When you want to buy some clothing, you go to the trial room and you check what you want to buy. You want to see the fitting, color, how it fit looks into on your body. After all, this is your career. So when somebody is playing a colorful PowerPoint presentation, by seeing the presentation, what you understand? So I totally don't believe on this. So what I'm doing now, I logged into SAP system. See, I'm doing your batch now means I'm done with some other batch. So I'm going to show you one transaction cycle operating my one of the previous batch made structure. How I'm going to start with Zara company for you. I made a previous batch with a different company, say Suzuki. So when Suzuki was getting SAP implemented, how we as a consultant understood the requirement, infrastructure, documented the requirement and configured that in SAP, the complete SD module and other module integrations on a layout level, field by field, which meets every version expectation, because functionality of SAP will never change. Versions may change. So I'm covering all the delta changes of every version with the latest updates, and manual customizing you're learning with all these updates, so that you are getting groomed on every corner of the core module in terms of learning, also the other module skill set which allows your module to get executed. All right. So watch me carefully. The entire SD is all about O to C, order to cash. Order is nothing but your sales. Transport of the stock comes from inventory, that is shipping, and cash comes from your billing. So order is order management, shipping is your transportation, billing is all about your conclusion of sales transaction. So to get to this, how many other modules should be interacted with SD? Finance, production, inventory, warehousing. So I'm going to show this all interface to see this output in SD module, creating a sales order now. Right. So what you need to focus here is, just a minute. I'm creating a sales order. What you need to focus here, every value what I'm selecting here is కస్టమైజ్ నథింగ్ ఈజ్ సిస్టమ్ డిఫాల్ట్. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒక కంపెనీకి ఎస్ఏపి సెటప్ చేస్తున్నాము అంటే ఆ కంపెనీ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ డీటెయిల్సే కదా మనం కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయాల్సింది. अभी हम एक कंपनी को एसएपी कॉन्फ़िगर कर रहे हैं, मतलब वो कंपनी का नाम से पूरा कॉन्फ़िगर करना. थिंक फॉर एग्जांपल, यू वांट टू build your new home. You are inviting a builder. Builder is not constructing the building according to his preference. He is understanding your choice and is following your choice. He is getting the building constructed according to your choice. Think when you are implementing SAP into a company. Companies, how many outlets are there? They are reachable through direct, they are reachable through online, they are reachable through offline. So like this, every step we understand as a scenario. Now Suzuki, for example, if you want to buy a car, you may go to a store that is offline. You may go to Suzuki web and book a car, or you may call the business development manager of Suzuki. He will come and show the car to you. And so here every values as how the Suzuki company prefer. We as a consultant understand and configure. In this training room, every layout, when I'm showing you configuration, I'm showing you the scenarios. This is how in real time the client asks, and this is how we do. It is not like concepts, it is live configuration. People say real time concept. Concept is just saying, but here we are configuring. I'm explaining the scenario and I'm configuring that. It is not just explanation or it is not giving a hint. It is like, now you are the SAP consultant, I am also SAP consultant. We are interacting with the client and we are understanding his requirement and we are doing. Here I am doing, you are seeing, and with this knowledge you will be practicing. All right, so understand. So direct. Now Suzuki got basic hatchback, sedan, SUV. That's what we see, right? So I say this order is for sedan. And here various order types we have: standard order, we have complaints, we have cash sales, rush order. So I'll take sales order. So my made order type, sales area, and here the business partner is UZ1. So Mr. Ali is the customer ID. And here, if you see anywhere, it is a number, material identity is a number, but now the latest update is customized name. So I can give a customized name. So I say SUZ. You can see Suzuki 100, Suzuki Sedan 2024 petrol EV, Suzuki Sedan 2024 petrol EV accessories. Two products I made. So here, for example, if I just click on the drop down, see Cipla, Nissan, Panasonic, Whirlpool, like this, every batch I'll take a company. So Suzuki 100 order quantity as one. When I say enter, now here you learn the real-time business scenarios, I say, not as a concepts. You are learning here how to configure. After configure, you see how to execute. With this, what happens? Tomorrow, when you are facing an interview, the interviewer will definitely ask you, How many number of years? You put on your new resume, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year experience, right? So when you're showing some experience, definitely the interview will ask you which project you worked. So tell, sir, I'm into automobile, some I'm into consumer durables, sir, I've worked into FMCG, I worked into what do you say, textiles, how it was been made. So to speak the scenarios, what I'm teaching here, what I'm showing the configuration, what I'm showing the execution. So here this scenario, for example, think about your Amazon when you're everybody shop on Amazon more, right? So when you're shopping on Amazon, you may place an order from your home and you want the shipment to be sent to your friend as a because upcoming is New Year or Sankrant or Christmas or just happened is Diwali. So shipment address to something and or what's the worst? I'm sitting at my office and I'm ordering a KFC to my home to my kids and family. A place order has been placed from my office and shipment to be at my home. So in the companies also you'll see, right? The purchase manager placing an order, the store manager should receive the shipment. The stock manager should receive the shipment. Or from the head office, the order is placed, the branch should receive the shipment. How you make this? So here you can see Ali is the purchase manager who's placing an order, shipment to Ravi. If not, defaultly system to take as Ali. You see in Amazon, right? If you have so many addresses in your Amazon account, if you're not saying anything, one default address which is there, it will consider that address itself for shipment. So understand this point. Done. So I've taken default Ali itself. So here you can see the price of a product coming as 14 lakh 60,000. Today is 29th. The shipment is expected on 9th. How? If you see here for Suzuki, when I was doing this was my previous batch. So we are creating a sales order for Suzuki in SD. It is showing the price from finance. If I click on procurement, it shows the stock in the inventory. If I click on shipping, it shows the warehouse interface, what is the break even of this time, and when the product is deliverable. So for Suzuki, when you configure complete SD along with FI production planning, and here you can see which plant is sourcing the stock, Suzuki plant, inventory, the procurement, and WM, the date of delivery. So whatever I was writing on the board, when you do the setup for Zara, that's a end-to-end project cycle, and every value is our made. Nothing is system default. Our made everything. That is live configuration. Now here, in this again there is a twist. Everything is named as Suzuki, right? For example, if I select the line and click on item conditions here, here you can see price coming as 15 lakhs, discount coming as 3. What is this 3? Negative posting. So when I set up this layout by organizing what fields, I made this as negative posting. When I set up this layout by organizing what fields, it become positive. So 15 lakhs less 3%, 45,000 down. So 14 lakhs 55,000 on which deliver and handling charges added. So it is becoming 14 lakhs 60,000. So base minus something plus something is equal to some amount. Text which you want to tag to a product. Suzuki new launch 2024 EV petrol auto. So you're seeing every activity what you made recognizing automatically. And this stock is available on 9th for shipment. If I click on procurement, it shows on 9th the material is available for delivery here. If I click on shipping, see, material for this particular customer on 9th the material is available. So loading is happening on 9th, delivery is scheduled on 9th from the plant of Suzuki, from the shipping point of Suzuki. సో ఇక్కడ గమనించాల్సింది ఏంటి అంటే మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్న ప్రతి ఒక్క వాల్యూ మనం స్వతహాగా చేసినది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాం. यहाँ पे गौर से देखने का चीज़ क्या है, मतलब जो भी हम लोग वैल्यू सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं वो पूरा सुजुकी नाम पे है. मतलब हम खुद डिफॉल्ट को इस्तेमाल नहीं करते हुए लाइव कॉन्फ़िगरेशन करके अदर मॉड्यूल्स का जो भी एरर्स है वो भी कॉन्फ़िगर करके एक एंड टू एंड ट्रांजैक्शन यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, right? So you are able to see one full end to end sales cycle with the cross functionalities interface automation. So when you say execution on cloud, everything should come automatically. So here, for example, yeah, I open another screen. Just a minute. So here, for example, for this Suzuki, just a minute. See here, the stock we bring in and the stock release. Green is incoming stock, red is outgoing, and left out is 99. So when I was teaching the batch of stock posting on 16th of November, stock posting, how to bring in, that is inventory point of view, how to release the stock from WM on 20th I shown, this is automation. So stock తేవడము ఆర్డర్ చేసి దాన్ని రిలీజ్ చేయగానే ఇక్కడ డిడక్ట్ అవడం ఆటోमेटिक जरगा. सो स्टॉक लाना जो है मैनुअली होता है, सेल्स ऑर्डर करके उसको शिपमेंट करने के बाद जो आप डिलीवरी कर दिए वो यहाँ पर डिडक्ट ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाए. So when you understand the subject in configuration, the complete SD module with other module integrations, you can see all this what I'm showing lively in the system. When you learn the subject in this pattern, you can meet any job requirements expectation. So what is the goal of the training program? It's a project base, covers real time, live configuration, one full end to end sales cycle, which is all about O2C, complete setup of SD module with this other module main areas, integrations. So I as a trainer play a client role, telling you the requirement, play a consultant role showing you customizing, playing an end user role showing you the execution. In this meanwhile, there is a lot of troubleshooting. So you also understand how to troubleshoot issues. Because when you are facing an interview, if the interviewer is asking what kind of a critical issues you face, you should have something to say. So I'll teach you the troubleshooting also. So at the end of the day, when you put on some 3+ years or 4+ years as an experience already working in SAP as an SD consultant, you can speak the project requirements, you can see pick that real time the client requirements, you can speak how you made lively configured in the SAP system, you can speak the cross functionality interfaces, and you can speak about the troubleshoot when these interfaces are not working, you will not get that connectivity response. For example, at the time of sale, system is not recognizing the stock, system is not picking the stock, price is not reflecting. You should know how to figure it out. So not it's not only the subject, it is the complete product cycle you're learning. So it's not only SD, it's a complete with cross functionalities you're learning. So when you learn the subject in this pattern, you can meet any job requirements expectation. So that is what you get when you learn with me, right? So this is the goal of the program. Now this is all fine. Now everybody will have a doubt, sir. What you say is 100% fine, but how the career will be in SAP? See, when we want to buy a small chocolate, we'll see a lot of things. What is the brand? Would I like to go Nestle or Cadbury or Magna? Which one is good? We'll go accordingly. Taste matters, lot of things. After all, this is your career. You're investing your money, you're investing your time to learn. First thing, remember there is no bigger technology than SAP. There is no bigger technology than SAP. Because if you speak about top 10 companies, 6 to 8 are SAP implemented. So the products, what you see around you, maybe a car what you're using, maybe a bike what you're using, maybe a laptop what you're using, maybe a mobile what you're using, maybe a trouser what you're wearing, maybe a washing machine what is running, maybe a ceiling fan what is running in your home. I said those all branded companies are SAP implemented. So when this many companies are running on SAP, there is no downfall. 75% of global financial transactions run on SAP as an application. That means how many companies are running on SAP you can think. So there is no downfall. Career wise, highly secured. So number of companies are more, highly paid infrastructure. So at least for next 25 years, there is no downfall. So you can securely plan up your retirement. Simple. So that's where SAP stands in the market, right? And it is purely non-programming. No programming, zero coding. It is purely functional. Almost I'm speaking from past 40 minutes now. Did anywhere I spoke anything technically? No. I'm speaking about customer, I'm talking about the material, pricing, availability, delivery, shipping kind of. So it is purely functional. So you invest your very less efforts, but highly focused, you can learn a very good subject, and my made program will fetch you with a beautiful confidence. And with this beautiful confidence, when you speak confidently during the interview or during the client call, you can crack any interview. And the best part, what my trainees tell, sir, we don't find much of difference in the training room at the workplace because I'm playing uh, every role here. To teach you, I'm playing a client role. To teach you, I'm playing a consultant role. To teach you, I'm playing an end user role. So when you understand the subject in this pattern, you meet every expectation. So that's how the trainees succeed after the completion of the course within no time. Most of them are well placed and well organized and well working. Right? So that's about the goal of the training program. And when you speak about very basic of SAP, now fine, sir, this is all fine what you said, but what is the architecture on which SAP is running on? So let you have a very basic understanding now. Just a minute. Let me upload. Give me a minute, please. Please stay down. So here it is all about the base understanding now. I say SAP is number one, but where SAP stand among the other ERPs? SAP is one of the ERP. What is ERP first of all? Enterprise Resource Planning. So you find so many ERPs. Microsoft got an ERP. Oracle itself is an ERP. PeopleSoft, JD Edwards. Likewise, SAP is one of the ERP which play a number one position in the market. Now here, one more confident point is the features what SAP got, none of the other ERP got. For example, Microsoft we have. Microsoft as a company runs on SAP because though Microsoft got a ERP called Microsoft Dynamics, but Microsoft is running on SAP. That means what features they haven't got in their own ERP, SAP got. Like that, there are so many other ERP companies for their independent database point of view, they run on SAP. So features wise, it is a number one. Competitors wise, there is no competitors. It is playing a number one role in the entire ERP market. And job security wise, it is very high. Payment wise, pay structure wise, it is very high. And survival of the technology is stable for at least next 25 years. So from any point you see a plus point only, but not negative. So that's where SAP stand in the present job market. It stands for systems application product, which is purely meant for maintaining the database of a company. So any company who is SAP implemented, they are any company which is SAP implemented is purely for database maintenance, but not for any other purpose. All right. Started by five key IBM engineers with a single system architecture. Today we are working on R3, three-tier architecture. How this three-tier architecture works? This how. Three-tier architecture, also known as three-tier methodology. So this is a database server, this is an application server, this is an end user server. So this is your server setup maintained by the admin. This is the consultant work area. This is the end user work area. If this environment you get to log in through web link, it is on cloud. If you are going to a virtual system, if you are going to a logical link, it is all the facility to the company to log in and to use the database for their transaction purpose, end user point of, or consultant for configuration point of, or admin for maintaining point of. But configuration, how you are going through web or through cloud, through logical link, it's fine. But configuration remains same. I need to set up. Then only the operations will be through web or through cloud or through logical. For example, if you want to buy a car, you may go to company's website and place an order. Or you may go to the showroom of the company and place an order. Until the car is manufactured, what they will do? The same logic here. Until the SAP system is configured by the consultant, company can log in through web or virtual or logical. So you learn the complete configuration with nothing given, how you set up complete layout field by field. When you learn in this base, you can meet an expectation. And this is the landscape of SAP. So here, when it is coming to R3, everything is divided here. When he logs in, I am not disturbed. When I am working, he is not disturbed. So that's the beauty of your three-tier architecture. Way back in 90s, it was two-tier architecture. This is one and this is one. Admin when login, consultant cannot. Consultant login, admin cannot. And end user separate. Way back in beginning, this is all as one. When admin login, I cannot. When I login, he cannot. Anyone. So as time goes on, it is independently maintained. So here the end user logs in, operate the consultant configured, do a transaction, and he'll go and hit in the database for data saving purpose. And this server management, this is the layers of the server, one for technical, one for testing, one for functional configuration. So Developer develops the application, tester test it, we the functional consultant configure it, end user uses for execution, and the transaction will get dumped in the database. So that is the landscape of three-tier architecture, right? So when I say introduction session, you understand the goal, project base. You should understand the process, that is real time. You should understand the execution, that is live configuration with the client, end to end sales cycle, cross functionalities, right? So that's the flow of clarity here. So this is the entire process what you need to learn. This is the entire process want to understand. This is the entire process what you learn in layout configuration pattern. When you learn this way, you can survive in any situation on any requirement. All right. So do collect the recording from the organizer and go through what I've been explaining. Some may be joined in between, some may be joined in the beginning, but due to some connectivity you might have missed something kind of, but don't worry, recording happened on my screen. So right from my first word explaining about my introduction till now, everything will be crystal clearly recorded. Please do collect the recording and go through it. When you go through 2 to 3 times, then you'll get a clarity what I'm been. By just listening something for one time, nothing will be captured because you are not a robot, or I'm not transferring the data from my mind to your mind through USB. So you are listening something, you are seeing something. So going back to the recording is a look back facility which will give you, like, again reattending, reviewing kind of. So when you see multiple times, things will be clear. So you should give some time. Attending the class, you will come to know what is the outcome, right? After the class, when you replay the recording, you will get actual picture and start making a note. I'm writing for you. When you write for yourself, you'll understand what you learned, what you understood for yourself. So it's a purely practically organized, field by field, layout by layout. We configure. That is when a blank system is been given, how we set up for a client. That is the focus of this program. So when you learn in this process from this stage, version will not be a challenge. And I operate multiple servers so that every update is been thought to the trainees. All right. So thanks for your valuable participation, and do join with the same meeting link tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to teach you about the sales cycle. If you know how the sales flow in a company, you can understand better the importance of the module, execution of the module. So I'm going to write the sales cycle of a company on the board, and I'm going to compare again in SAP with one transaction cycle so that you understand, okay, when you are participating in the project, how the sales flow in a company, when you understand the client requirement, how we configure. So thereby you'll get a live clarity of cross functionality, live the clarity on the requirement, so that you will get every best process. All right. So thank you all and see you in tomorrow's session, please.